for underscore man.
Yeah.
D underscore man. Congratulations. We'll get that to you ASAP. So, Mighty Nine. After the evening's rest, in the morning you come to, and underneath the evening nip within the confines of the gentleman's private, I would say, organizational base, the day is early and yours. What would you like to do?
How early are we talking?
You would know, I'd say, you guys probably went to bed relatively early, knowing you'd probably be traveling fairly quickly. So unless you want to get up any earlier, I would say naturally around like probably 7, 8 in the morning.
Okay.
We should make the most of the day, yeah? For travel?
Get horses, go.
Yeah.
Let's get some horses.
I suppose we could ask on the way out if you're...
Horses.
Yeah, does your father have a, does he have any steeds? Anyone he knows?
That's a good question. I should go ask him.
Okay. It's early. You can
Yeah.
go to chambers.
Hey. Are you naked? It's your daughter.
Oh my god.
It's Chester. Are you awake?
Making up for last time.
Are you awake?
You hear the iron handle kind of like... And you see a half-asleep, half-elf woman come to the door and be like, hello?
Hello. Is the gentleman in here?
He's in this... You hear a voice go, just leave, go.
Leave. Go.
Goes and puts the robe over and kind of walks out through the chamber. You can see one of the other guardians of the area kind of like guides her upstairs to leave, and the door's ajar.
I walk in. She is not that great.
Well, you don't know her. What can I do for you?
Do you have any horses?
I take it this is for your journey. I don't own horses. I keep debts. And there is a livery that, let me write something for you. He throws his robe on and heads over to this little kind of like in-table desk he has in the corner and pulls out a sheet of paper and just writes something down, folds it, goes and takes one of the small candles off the side and gets a wax seal and kind of presses it in, closes it, hands it to you. For this...
While he's off doing that,
Okay.
Ransack the room.
I'm going to get out my special paints. And I'm going to paint a ruby. About this big.
Whoa.
It doesn't turn into a real ruby, but it'll be like a glass ruby
Okay.
when it's done. It'll look like a ruby. And I'm going to place it right next to his bed so he sees it when he wakes up in the morning and when he goes to sleep.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me. Yeah, this would be you just not getting
Child
his
of divorce.
attention.
I'm so into this right now.
Oh, wow. Oh, 22.
Okay. He seems engrossed in his letter and does not notice you quickly, deftly, artistically create this ruby and place it. By the time he finishes the envelope, turns around, you're already right back where you started, and it goes right into your grasp.
Thank you.
Look for Kiefer's stables. Kiefer is the proprietor. Just to hand him the letter and tell him how many horses you'll need. He should take care of it.
Thank you so much.
This is in the south of the city. Is it the stables in the south of the city?
This would be on the western side.
Oh, so it would not be Keith of the Southern Lands. So it's,
No.
Wow.
Boy,
I'll go now.
No, please don't.
Thank you for letting us stay here last night.
Yes. Happy to provide when in need.
Thank you for, being nice to me and being nice to my friends and stuff. And it's really good to see you again. And I hug him and give him a kiss on the cheek.
It's good to see you as well, Chester.
Call Mom. whenever, just remember she's, she's there. She's really pretty and she's really great and talented. Okay, bye.
Door closes.
2 little rubies.
I know, I should have left a little sapphire next to the
All right.
How did you go? We have horses?
We got all, we maybe have horses. We're going to the Kiefer stables, and they'll that or something, and they'll give us some horses or something.
Your dad is hooking us up.
I know.
Free lodging, free food, free booze,
Yeah.
free horses.
Yeah.
I mean, he loves the shit out of you.
Do we have to go and
I think
rough anyone up?
Making up for lost time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Do it what?
Do we have to rough anyone up? We have to be intimidating?
I don't think so. I just have to give them this piece of paper. Maybe it says somebody's going to kill them if they don't give them
Whoa.
what we need,
All right, well,
We'll
let's
follow
walk
your
in.
lead, yeah.
You want to read it? On the way?
It's sealed, I
There's a
think.
wax in it.
Is there a
Oh,
wax seal
wait.
on it?
Yes.
Bo's the queen of mail fraud
that's-
over here.
you
She could probably
easily
do it.
Pop that and reseal it.
Spoilers, it says give these people some horses.
Yeah, right. Let's go get the fucking horses.
Till these people leave their bodies in a ditch. Let's go full Hamlet here.
What's the stamp?
The stamp is just a simple, it's just a simple G, but it's a very meticulously carved G to almost look like for lack of a better term, a detailed, intricate lock. There's not a lot of filigree around it, but it has a.
That's cool.
Yes.
With my background.
Oh, Jesus. Can't just get some
Yes.
goddamn horses.
If I I wanna lift it and I wanna peel it and I wanna start kind of seeing how hard it might be to separate the wax with with a knife.
I mean, it's going to be hard, but it's probably doable.
I hold it up to the light. Can I see through it? Can I read it a little bit?
This is Act 2.
Make a perception check.
Oh, I was almost good. 8.
8. Unfortunately, it's very, very solid material.
It's all right, Bo. We'll find out soon enough.
We can just
Yeah,
be
you're
there
right.
when they read it.
We make our way to the Kiefer stables.
All right. Heading westward through Zadash, you make your way to the west, asking a few questions, keeping an eye out. You hadn't quite spent a lot of time on this far end of the city necessarily, so it takes a little bit to kind of find out where the Kiefer stables are. But upon arriving, they're not small, they're not big, they're just a standard medium-sized livery. There are 2 individuals that are in the process of providing feed for the. They have mostly horses. There are a couple of beasts of burden there as well. Look like they also sell those types of creatures, 2 kind of big ox-looking beasts. But you enter the front, and there is one man you see, probably in his late 50s, early 60s or so, extremely curly poof red hair around the back and sides of a bald head. Kind of 5 o'clock shadow all across his chin with a bit of a double chin. Just in the process of organizing stuff for the day, putting tools in the walls and setting things up this early in the morning. As soon as you walk in, he turns around. Oh, hello. It's, sure, we're open. How can I help you?
Is this all right? I know it's early.
You've got here in time. What can I do for you?
Do you run this place?
I am Kiefer, yes.
I've got a note for you, Kiefer.
Thank you.
It's not as ominous as it seems.
Or maybe it is.
Or maybe it is.
All right. Mm-hmm. Excuse me a moment. And he walks over to the side of a desk and kind of pulls out a little, knife, and you can see him. He's kind of, his movements are a bit erratic and quick, and he kind of opens it. What do you need?
Wow.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
We need some. Oh, Caleb, do you want to take care of this?
This is your father's.
No, but we need some horses.
How many?
Enough for all of us.
Yeah.
One each.
Well, I don't.
One each.
Take your pick. 7 horses, yours.
I don't need a horse.
Yes.
If things go well, also, I'm sure we.
I'd rather someone else drive. All right, fine.
We're only going to need the horses for this one leg of the journey. I'm sure we can.
How do we get them back to you when we're done with them?
No, they are yours to keep. It's
One
up
way
whatever
rental.
you would like.
Generous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Kiefer.
You're welcome. We will have them prepared for you. Just tell them which ones you want, and we'll have them outfitted with saddles and
did
with
the
some
weather
extra
say?
feed. It's. I will provide.
So bad.
He's basically saying like we'll provide feed and everything you require. We'll load you up.
All right,
Whatever you need.
we'll meet
right.
you outside then.
Thank you
Of course.
so much.
Sometimes it is just that easy.
I go up to him. I'll give you 50 gold for that letter.
Jesus.
I'll
are
take
you
it with
people?
me. It'll be gone.
What's
You'll
critical?
never see it again.
How much would the horses have cost? 50 gold?
I want to know what it is.
What's critical? role about?
Horses are a little pricey.
She's got his handwriting.
Chair.
Okay.
You look at the letter.
Wow.
I'll wait till we leave.
Okay.
I don't want to embarrass them,
right.
man. I'm a tactful woman.
Horse.
Of about a say 18 or so horses that are currently kept here. Some of them are healthier and some are older, some younger. There are a number to pick from that all function and work well. You kind of find the ones that befit your personalities and have them outfitted. A week's worth of feed is provided within saddlebags and other elements there, weighing them for a longer journey, uncertain of how long you'll be going. You're kind of given the full package.
My horse keeps chasing Ford's horse. That's a joke that no one will get.
I find a Mustang named Caddy.
There you go.
Yeah.
God damn it. Leave me alone.
So
Listen to me.
you have your horses, you have your materials. The day is still young. No problems, no questions. You are free to go and make your way westward.
That went really, really well.
Are we outside?
Terrifyingly smoothly.
Yeah, you're outside. You're on horseback. You're kind of making your way towards the outer perimeter of the city walls.
Cool.
I pop the seal and I try really hard. I'm gonna take out a little
It's
tag.
already
It's super
open.
easy. It's already open.
Oh, right. Is the seal broken? Did he crack it?
He read the letter, so he had to open it. Yes, the wax is broken.
Symptoms- Whatever. Okay, okay, yeah. What's on the letter?
All it says is,
Oh, come on. Give me some good.
all it says is, give them many gifts, whatever they ask, gentlemen.
There it is. The secret of the Luxon, unmasked.
As he said, though. Got his handwriting, though.
That's 50 gold.
That's good. Maybe you could learn it, forge something.
Send a letter to my mom saying, "Oh my gosh, I miss you so much."
You can parent trap them.
Oh, I was worried that we were going to
You
get
can
the
parent trap them.
We got the parent trap.
What did?
Meet me here, and because I still love you. And then you send a letter to him, because you probably know your mom's handwriting.
Yeah, obviously.
I want to meet you at this place, at this time.
Oh my gosh.
And we'll be waiting in the bushes.
Then we can watch them reunite and
Can we
fall
get
back
Patty
in
Duke
love.
on to play the Ruby? Oh, stop. Okay.
We're going to parent trap your parents.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so great, you guys.
planning, man.
Do it at TravelerCon. You'll have the traveler there to guide you.
Kill both your parents. That's cool.
That's true.
not
I
that
wonder if he would help me.
This is a noble pursuit.
Oh, works with identical twins.
I bet he would. This seems like exactly what he does. He plays pranks and tricks on people for a greater good. This is a trick that is for the greater
What
good.
could go wrong?
I feel like we need to do this.
Is this one of those ones that we intervene on, or we just let it go?
I'm not really sure at this point.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, are we going?
And wipe. Scene transition.
Oh my god. Use your foot. Use your outside foot.
Parent Trap montage starts.
Did we get one per Mighty Nine? Are you riding a horse for the first time ever solo?
I think so, and yeah, unless it goes poorly.
Yeah.
I'd like to go ahead. It's a pony.
I will say, because this is technically your first time handling a horse,
Yes!
make an animal handling check for me.
That's a 2+1.
I will say your pace is slightly lessened for the first hour or so that you're trying to get Knott's horse to do anything correctly.
So familiar.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Sam, where are you going?
God's horse just takes off in a gallop.
East. This is art imitating life. But nevertheless, eventually righting yourselves and finding the path, you continue westward, eventually to the, I believe it's the Amber Crossroads, and then continuing westward towards the Truscan Vale on the western side of the Marrow Valley. At fast pace on horseback, it's 36 miles a day. I'll say it'll take you about 2.5, 3 days. You can try and push your horses further if you want, but you risk exhaustion both for yourselves and the horses.
Let's do it.
No, we're not. We're not dying for time.
No, we're good.
Okay. First day travel is relatively uneventful. This side of the Vale, or this side of the Empire, is not extremely eventful, especially in the open fields, comparison to some of the places you've been. Especially after going to Jorhas and traveling that dangerous landscape. The return to the Marrow Valley and these kind of open roads and green rolling grass and mild hills in the distance with the framing of the valley mountains on each side. It's almost comfortable and picturesque to be in a place where you're, not completely left in the unknown of what's trying to hunt or eat you. As the night grows darker around, let me look at the map one more time. Do you have the region here?
I'm keeping my eyes open for anything unusual along the route as well.
Correct. So I'd say you, continue westward. Are you heading along the Bromkiln Byway, or are you just cutting right across the valley?
Well, I could cast my 6th level spell,
Which is what? Find
Find the Path.
That's
Yeah,
a
do
straight
that.
line, right?
I don't know, it finds the shortest route, but that might take us,
The worst spell ever, by the way.
it's a pretty shitty.
Damn it, ways.
It's basically ways.
This finds the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific
It's a
fixed
line.
location.
Jesus.
Do you want to cast it?
I'm gonna fucking.
I mean, should I cast it? Is
Sure,
that
why
way?
choice.
You know what? This is a spell we're never gonna cast. We might as well
It's
cast
so
it.
highly situational, yeah.
It's super useful in the very rare circumstances where it is useful. Otherwise, it's kind of.
Yeah.
Let's see what
So you do.
happens.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Let's
I
cast
gotta
it.
agree with Allison. It's either this or in a maze in the abyss.
Go for it.
Here we
Other
go.
time you use it.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
All right. So as you kind of shrug as part of casting the spell, that's part of the part of the somatic components of it. Is you focus and the wind blows by. You can see kind of the waves of grass and grain across the field shift with it, and as it does, you see a portion of the grass seems to almost grow brighter and taller than the rest rapidly, and it continues in a direct line in a direction slightly north of where you were already heading, but that direction you can see it kind of carrying that way.
We go that way.
That
All
could be
right,
fun.
let's go.
All right. It is getting dark if you guys want to set camp or push through.
Oh.
'Cause
Right.
you're now diverging from the byway to do this, so.
Well, you just began it, so follow it a little longer.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
something
I
Crazy,
go.
but
It is for a day, but I have to concentrate on it. Do I have to? Can I sleep when I concentrate?
Generally, no.
I should have cast this in the morning.
All right, we'll get a few hours out of it.
yeah, followed a bit.
Okay.
When we find a place to It looks nice for setting up camp.
Okay. So as you kind of pull off into this space here, there's patches of trees and little kind of elements of scattered woodland. You wait as the last bit of the sunlight begins to escape from the sky, and the golds and reds of sunset begin to vanish into the purples and blues of night. You begin to find a place to set up camp, and you see what looks to be a distant fire, maybe about a half mile or so away from you.
What kind of fire? Big fire? Or like campfire?
Like a standard campfire size.
Can you see any figures, any shapes?
Not from this distance.
No.
You have to get a lot closer.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Are we on the flatlands, or is it sort of a descent down to that fire?
Right here, there's like hills to the north and south sides of it right now. It's kind of in the middle of a small valley between this hilly portion.
Let's go.
All of us?
No.
Well, we can just make camp.
Just ignore it.
Yeah.
I mean,
They stay over there, we stay over here.
Narcos checks it out,
I'm gonna
finds
go
out
check
what
it out
it
for
is.
sure.
let's get. I was going to say, if we can make camp close enough that everything, we could check it out.
Yeah,
Sleep near the unknown quantity.
yeah.
Well, we don't
Because
even
you have a
to,
hut.
Yeah,
You
we
have
have a
a-
hut. We can just be wherever. They don't fuck. They can fuck off.
Yeah, but why? Okay. I am a team player. Is this where we want to be?
How is this?
It's fine.
It's fine.
All right.
Definitely fine.
Muddled Caleb starts to do what he needs to do to put the dome up, and it'll be the same color green as the grass that is growing all around.
Alrighty. You guys bundle up for the night. You feel safe within the dome. You can keep watch if you'd like, or you can all just take a night's rest. It lasts for 8 hours, so.
I want to go check out that campfire or no?
Yeah,
Do
go
you
check it out.
want to go check out
I
that
mean,
campfire?
I feel like we all want to check out the campfire.
I think it only matters what you want to do in this situation.
Yeah, I'll go check it out.
Well, all right then.
Do you want me to come close?
Of course.
Okay, I'll follow, but at the distance.
I'm gonna remove the rocks from the dome.
Rocks? Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit outside the dome until you guys come back, just so that there's somebody who can hear it if you signal for help.
And while they're away, Caleb will also turn Frumpkin into a raven.
Okay. Just go ahead and mark off the elements of that.
Components, yeah.
You got
I'm
it.
going to, as we get close, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on Not. I'm going to cast Cat's Grace so that you have advantage on dexterity checks.
Okay. I don't know.
Sam's never seen one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't see it.
As we get closer, I'll cast. Well, when we get close enough, I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll a stealth check as you approach.
Oh, you already get advantage on stuff.
You have advantage on it already.
28.
28. You feel fairly confident that no one has seen you get within a safe distance of the campfire.
I'll have to go invisible
All right.
and creep ever closer, looking for.
Okay. As you're looking, you can see kind of the source of the fire. It appears like there's a few bundles kind of around it, and there's a few figures sitting in the bundles kind of looking into the fire. You can see there's between like kind of the hillock pace here, there's a little gap, and there's some, looks like a carcass has been left kind of in the outskirts, kind of between you and the campfire, a little bit southward, I guess.
Not
That's
cooking it. It's just a dead thing.
correct. So it's a ways away, but there it is.
Towards me or on the other
Towards
side?
you.
Well, I'm going to go look at that carcass.
Okay. As you kind of get closer to the carcass, you can see it. It looks to be a hunt. You can see there are arrows in it, and elements of it have been butchered and left open. Only a little bit of the meat has been cut off, and the rest of it's just kind of been left there.
But what do I recognize the animal?
You have to get closer to probably take a look.
I'll get closer.
Okay. You kind of get right up next to the carcass and look at it, and right as you do, you hear this.
Oh shit.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
But you get advantage. No, that's
I do?
no. It's
Not
a
in saving
throw,
throws,
not a
no.
check.
Dex save 12.
12. You got a 12 on your dex save.
I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, he rubbed his hands together.
You hear the-
He's doing
hear
the
the-
hands.
And you see suddenly from just over the hill there was a thin, tall tree that had been kind of ratcheted down and held go and arch upward, and suddenly your ankle pulls out from under you, and you get
Some basic
flung through the
bitch
air for a
shit.
second, and kind of thrown down and kind of hang for a second. Up to
I'm
you.
still invisible, though.
You
right?
are.
Okay, but they know that something's there.
Fucking Ewoks.
Okay.
You got Looney Tunes?
Suddenly, the figures kind of all stand up, look over in the direction of the tree. One of them goes ahead and grabs a bow and kind of like
I
knocks
start
an
getting
arrow.
closer, sneaking as close as I can. To
You've been
look
following
at-
that?
Well, yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
was able to
From a
hang.
Yeah.
I see
Okay.
the
Oh yeah,
tree
you
go-
see the tree go. All right.
Okay. I guess if they haven't seen me, let's see, what will lose my invisibility? Attacking anything, right? Or fire. Well,
Attacking, casting a spell.
casting is attacking, but using a weapon to like cut a rope, is that an
That
attack?
won't break it. No.
Okay, okay.
Make
Okay.
a stealth
I'm
check.
gonna say, Traveler, be with me. As I'm going.
Okay.
I will. I'll get out my short sword or my dagger, and I'll start cutting the rope a bit.
Okay. Easy enough to cut it, and your foot comes loose.
23.
It's not a very intricate, nor is it a head. It's a thick piece of rope, but this blade is easy enough to cut through. 23. You go ahead and approach, and you can see the figures kind of rushing towards the tree. You get the sense that at the moment they do not notice you because they are focused more on what has just transpired to the south of their camp.
Okay.
How high up am I?
Dangling now, I'd say you're about 10 feet up.
Oh God, I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna wait till they get
Actually,
closer.
you'd be about 15 because your weight is so minimal compared to what this trap was designed for.
Are they around me at this point, or are they approaching?
They're approaching and looking up now, and they're like, you can see like the back of their head. Well, actually, you have dark vision, right, as a goblin, so you can see an element of them. They appear to be human. Simple leather armor, like caps on, some hunting gear and weapons, and they kind of look up at the rope and go, "Oh shit! It broke. Where the fuck did it go? Shit!"
I'll just wait a bit, see if they run off.
Okay. What are you?
Well, I'm waiting to see if they like attack at not or anything.
They don't. They kind of scatter a bit around the space and begin kind of looking in the area. One of them goes over back to the carcass and kind of looks around it. Are you doing anything, Nott?
I'm still just waiting. They're still around the vicinity, right?
Like they're starting to scatter a bit and kind of scan. And from this position, you can kind of see there are a few different corpses of other creatures that have been hunted, and you can see they've cooked up elements of some of them, and they've been kind of eating them at the fire in the center, and elements of them have been left out. And you can see now from this perspective. Actually, make a perception check for me.
Does it feel like it's just a hunting party?
For sure it does. 18 plus 1, 19.
19. You can see near some of these other corpses, there are a few other contraptions similar to this. Sometimes one of them's a little more of like a net type thing, but these are very, very basic hunting traps that have been set up around here.
I shouldn't kill them all. All right.
Just some.
I will, as deftly as possible, drop from my location
Okay.
and try to land without making too much noise.
Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Natural 20.
You don't even take any fall damage. You just... There's a little bit of dust goes... Super quiet. No notices. You can see them kind of looking around, and they look a little jittery and nervous as whatever it was broke their trap, and they see nothing moving around, and they're kind of in a really unfortunate space right now of trying to figure out what happened.
Poor people. I feel like
Damn possums.
As far as I know, Not is still up in the tree. Okay.
should I rob them first or just? All right, I'm gonna try to slip between them and keep heading out. Head back to our camp.
Okay. They do not notice you in the middle of the night with your invisible self, who's also super stealthy. They are, you know, you don't really take a moment to see anything other than just like darting through the gap of where they are.
Isn't there's a tiny piece of rope that's just scattering through the is the rope visible that's still around his ankle?
Well, no. The rope had been cut like in a way where it released.
Darn, I was
not,
really hoping a tiny little rope. Just
Yeah. What are you doing, Jester?
I'm gonna wait until they get far enough away from the tree, and then I'm gonna go try to get Not out of the tree.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. They eventually kind of begin to circle around the northern side, doing their perimeter, and you see a moment where you can scoot through.
Yeah, I go up to the trap.
You rush up and look up in the tree, and the rope is just dangling loose.
Not.
I've left that area already.
Not. Shit. I'm going to cast Sending.
Jester?
I'm going to cast Sending
Just-
to Not. Not. Are you in the tree?
No.
Where are you?
No, I'm not in the tree.
You can't respond. I'm still talking. Wait till I finish talking and then you can respond. Just let me know where
That's way over the words.
I'm not in the tree. I've gone. Oh shit. Where are you?
Both invisible?
No. But not like back at camp now.
I point in a direction where I think she might be, and I cast message. Can you hear me? Jester, where are you?
At this point, you're just out of. You're a little out of. Was it 500 range?
No, it's 120, I think.
120?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Double check. I thought it was shorter than that.
120, yeah.
Yeah.
120.
So yeah, nothing.
Gotta go back. Shit. I'll run back to camp. Hey! Hi. They're not bad at all. They're fine.
Okay.
Did Jester come back?
Nope.
No.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Wait.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll be right back.
You have
I'm gonna
5 minutes?
start stealthily making my way back to our camp.
Into the camp.
Okay. Both of you make perception checks.
I'm so excited. 5?
7.
You pass each other.
All right, I'm back in the trap.
Back to our camp.
Jester, where are you?
You see one of them go. I heard something.
I peek my head into the bubble. Hey,
No, I'm yeah.
he's not back then.
She was just looking for you.
She's looking for me?
Fucking kid.
Just went to go look for you.
For me?
They probably just passed each other.
Okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back.
You could just stay here.
And I go.
Two of them now have bow and
I'm
arrows
gonna
knocked,
start
and
stumbling back to get to
Sitting
Not.
out front of the dome.
the third one has like 2 short swords at the ready, and you can see now they're like, earlier they were a little spooked, now they're like, fuck, something's here. So wait, you go running back.
Going back to their camp now.
Make another stealth check.
Oh, 23.
Okay.
I'm just scanning around their camp looking for her. Have they captured her? Is she in a trap? I start looking at all the carcasses.
Okay.
Shoved her in an axe.
Well, like, I assume there's traps near the.
Yeah, you don't see any of the traps set off, but you see them like ready to go for a fight.
Shit. Okay. I'll go halfway back towards our camp.
Okay. Both of you guys make perception checks.
No.
Is this perception?
Yeah.
13.
15.
You keep running back to their camp, and you stop halfway. You don't see each other because you're both being stealthy in the night. You're both unable to see each other.
I'm gonna say a silent prayer, load up my crossbow with a flare bolt, and shoot it straight up.
Okay. Jester, as you're running, like, all of a sudden this bright light kind of fills up the space around you, and you look up at this flare bolt kind of leading this trail of burning flame.
Jester!
Yasha.
I'm preparing charm persons.
You see 3 figures now rushing in your direction, and you, as you're preparing, you kind of glance over and hear,
Pretty tired.
Yeah.
does an 18 hit you?
Pass me that.
The arrow goes
under you.
past this way.
Shit! Let's go!
No.
What do you mean, no?
How far away are they?
At this point, about 70 feet.
I'm gonna
Another arrow comes at you.
It would duck.
Actually, the 2 arrows coming at you now. That's a 22.
Shit.
And 19. Okay.
She getting pelted with arrows?
Yep.
Wait.
You take
wait.
4
I'm just
points
saying, wait.
of piercing damage,
Okay.
and you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Let's get out
So
of
7
here.
total.
I'm saying wait.
What do you mean, wait?
Wait. Are they close?
No, the 2 of them are there just loading arrows and
I'm gonna
firing.
zigzag towards them.
Zigzag towards them. I dropped the crossbow.
Right.
What are you doing?
Wait.
You guys can hear this, by the way.
Okay, I'm getting.
I just need
You
to get
guys
within
saw this
30
flare
feet.
go pff, up in the sky and start hearing yelling in the distance.
I'm walking that direction.
I'm gonna cast. How many are there?
There are 3 of them.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person at a 3rd level.
Okay.
You're using
So a 19 on the first one.
Shit.
scare tactics. Like,
Natural 1 on the second. Wow, they're actually 2 of them roll pretty well, and 17 on the third one.
17 is the wisdom check.
Okay, so 2 of them save, 1 of them doesn't. So one of them, who the one who has both of the swords at the sides, kind of like stops and goes, "Oh, don't worry about it." And the other one's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
It's your friend, Justin! It's your friend!
What are you doing, Justin? Let's run.
Why?
You guys are approaching now. At
I'm
this
walking
point.
towards. I'm walking towards.
Yeah, we walk out and the dome just goes.
yeah, sure.
I've lit up my staff and I'm walking
You wanna
towards
just
this.
like have a drink and watch from the hill?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going.
They got this.
All right.
We're just gonna
The
watch.
2 that aren't charmed
Alright.
kind of
three
rush up,
person.
seeing you put your hands there, and they have their arrows knocking
Why
and
you
just kind
wanna
of.
hit me? It's your
walking up.
friend. Did it work?
And, huh? The 2? No, the only
know.
one. Only one of them.
I'm literally asking
Okay.
them.
Oh, you're asking them. They both kind of look at each other. You guys currently have the flare is gone, so there's no real light source. They don't have as good eyes as you. So one of them goes and like the one who's charmed in the back goes, hold on, lights a torch and kind of approaches. Don't worry, they're friends.
We're friends.
And the 2 kind of see as they approach and they look at you and they go, fuck.
Fuck.
And they look at each other
Because we're.
and they both drop their weapons and go, we didn't know. We're so sorry.
Wait.
We're so sorry.
Hey, who are you?
didn't-
We're just. We're hunters.
You fuckers! You again! You fuckers! I shoot one in the leg.
Roll it.
I was hoping so hard.
Cheers.
22.
So
It's an
hard.
Roll
emergency. We
damage.
can go down there, but I think
Oh, this is more
this is a great
exciting.
show.
8 points. I don't get sneak attack. 8 points of damage.
Okay. Which one do you shoot? The one who's holding the torch or the 2 that have the bows?
The bow guys.
Okay. It's like. Oh! And it's like, shit! No! Please! Don't incinerate us! We didn't know! Look! We're not thieving! We're just hunting!
They were just hunting, not.
Yeah, but they're assholes.
We listen to you! We listen to you!
Have you been stealing in general?
No, we haven't! I swear to God! We didn't mean anything!
You can read minds.
I
Read their
can.
mind. Zone of truth.
Oh, that I don't have it prepared, but I'm gonna
Just say
pretend
that you're
like
doing it.
I'm casting Zone of Truth on them, but I'm
Make
not
a deception
actually.
check with
Okay.
advantage.
Okay, good. Oh, 19 plus.
Stuff.
19 plus 5 for 24.
She can tell the truth. She can tell if you're telling the
No,
truth.
I'll get it. That's fine.
Have you been stealing?
No.
They're telling the truth.
Well, we haven't been like robbing.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I mean, we're not doing that. It's like, shut up, man.
No, I
we
can
can't
tell, I
lie.
can
She
tell.
got the magic on us. Well, we're not robbing people on the road anymore. And we, couldn't afford everything, so we took a couple things and they weren't looking. It wasn't a big thing.
It's not
fine,
that
that's
bad. It's not
fine.
bad. As long as you're not like attacking people while you're stealing things, right?
We're selling pelts and stuff.
Oh, okay,
that's
that's really
nice.
good. I'm proud of you for making an honest living.
We were just checking up on you to make sure that
You
you
know?
were on the straight and narrow.
And the guy at the torch goes, I believe him.
You know?
Giant red ape lumbers slowly past Jester.
And they just run. They just run screaming into the
Come
night.
back, you have all your pals.
And the ape starts picking through their camp and just looking through shit.
Well,
You know what? I'm I'm really proud of them.
They have made a change. They've
Yeah.
turned over a new leaf.
Yeah.
They look healthier. They're clothed.
They looked like they were eating good.
I
I'm really
assumed
proud of
I'd
them.
have to cure somebody. I heard terrible screaming and
Nah, we got it handled.
Cut off lots of little pieces of meat to feed the sprinkle.
You've got a little arrow.
Oh yeah, they hit me a couple times.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's sticking out of my.
Can I
That could be
their
worse.
camp?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Hey, Blue.
Feces.
This would be what?
Investigation check using the
Right, that's a 9.
9.
Yeah.
All right. There are the carcasses
Okay.
in which you kind of like instinctually grab one and kind of like.
Yeah.
There's a collection of pelts actually, and you can see the remnants of kind of like other hunting jobs they're bringing with them. Whether you get the sense based on what they had, they were in the process of heading back into some town
Oh, I hope they come
to
back.
sell their wares.
Caleb puts a bunch of pelts on his head like a hat and then just lumbers back to their campsite.
Okay.
We're back.
How did that go?
It was fine.
Oh my gosh,
It was
we ran
worth it.
into some old friends. It was
like a
super
lot.
fun.
You diffused the situation pretty well.
It was great. It
We
was
knew
a
you had it, so
great
we
into
just-
the
Did you guys
night.
see us?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we thought about intervening and then we realized we didn't want to.
Do you remember the Valley Bandits?
We do.
We met them again.
Yeah. Caleb was an ape.
Caleb was there.
What's on his head?
Hat.
Skin.
Drapes it all the way over forward so you can't even see his head anymore.
Just a big bear pelt that's mostly tanned. It's still a little damp in places.
Very warm and disgusting.
You know, every time we see them, they're doing a little better. Maybe next time we see them, they'll be like running a business
Have a
or.
store or something?
How many of them were there?
Well, we saw 3. There could have been more.
Oh, and you let them go. You didn't like injure them or kill any.
Well, not sort of hurt one of them.
Oh.
I shot one with
We
a.
did see them running away from
That
you,
was
so.
because of Caleb.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you probably stopped them from thieving, right? They were probably doing something illegal.
They said they actually freely admitted to have done some bad things.
Right, but no more than we do bad things, you know?
Yes, they were just. This was an honest thing that they were doing here
Yeah.
tonight that we scared them away from doing.
Yeah, and stole their pelts that they worked
But it's
hard
like
to
the
get.
Scared Straight program. You know, we just keep scaring them, and eventually they'll go straight.
Okay. Okay. I don't. Yeah.
I feel like I read records about that never working.
Well, we're trying.
Can we go
Anyway.
sleep now?
Yes, yes, feel free.
Sorry about that part.
All right.
And Caleb starts recreating the hut.
Fair enough.
Everybody.
This evening's rest is far more uneventful as the campfire in the distance slowly peters to darkness.
Oh, we really
They
should
probably
put that
would have
out.
wandered in here, you know?
For sure.
Tried to see what was going on.
Not a chance.
They would
No,
never have
I find
noticed us. They're not that talented.
Well, I mean, in case they would have noticed us, you certainly took care of the problem. You know, well done.
We do have, you know, lots of horses sitting right outside of our bubble, so
They could have taken
we're
horses.
seeing noticeable.
It really felt like there was a lesson here, and I'm pretty sure we haven't learned it.
Gotta protect Toilet Junior and Crapper Junior.
Oh, that's right.
John Junior.
Old WC.
No, good old WC JR.
Are those the horses' names?
I didn't
get
are
them.
now.
It's canon. Evening is uneventful. Rest comes easy. The next morning, bright and early, the warmth of the sun would hit you if you weren't inside the dome when it begins to grow warm. But however, the dome does eventually fade, and you all come to have your morning meal before stepping onto your horses and continuing again. Are you casting Find the Path again?
Oh man, it's a 6th level spell. What do you guys think?
Yeah, do it.
Right,
Right.
where is it leading you to now?
To the Isharnais, the
Okay.
No, wait, we're
Yeah.
going straight to her? We're not going to go to Bo's dad?
Kamorda.
Oh, I just figured if we could go straight to her.
Do we know where she
wanna
is?
go
We don't
see-
know where she is.
We're going
The
to.
spell will probably take you there.
Oh, I thought it had to be a place that you know.
Does it
But-
say that?
I think it does.
No, it says that you're familiar with.
You don't know where
Which
she lives.
well, she's cried on it, so she would know.
You know the location?
I'm familiar
Oh,
with
with
it.
the place. Oh,
Shortcutting us.
great.
I thought we were going to go. I thought we were going there just to
But
get a
yeah,
little
that
more
makes
data
sense.
on
We
what
should
was up.
probably do that first.
Up to you.
Yeah.
What
Bo?
to do?
I mean, if we need more further confirmation, we only
think
have
we
this
need more
name
confirmation.
from a book.
It's not necessarily that we need confirmation.
I'd like
Ford
to
is
know.
going to make a choice for
Go to
us.
Bo's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are assuming that that woman is the same.
We're pretty sure, but I would also like to know what we're really dealing with, which we don't really know.
Maison Leonette.
Yeah, let's go
We
to.
need some first.
So we don't need to find a path for that. You know where we're going.
Yeah, more or less.
We are out
Right.
in the middle of nowhere
That
right
way's
now.
north, so where do we go if that is north?
West.
You've made this journey a number of times in your youth. You know how to guide them to Comorda.
It's the 405. It's all muscle.
All right.
101 West, North. Whoa.
We get it. You have a baby.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah!
The horses just take off running without on them at all.
Yasha.
God damn it, Ryan, we're not even ready to go.
I love it. I love it.
Lost an
Okay.
hour.
We haven't packed up the food.
Second day of travel, along the path guided by Beauregard, also uneventful. You do see occasionally some couriers on horseback riding quickly, like across the southern road. Most of them travel upon the Bromkin Byway, but you guys have kind of taken the path separately that heads to the Bromkin Hills and Comorda directly, based on the direction that the spell took you, to cut off a little bit of time. You could take the road. Road is generally considered safer for people that can't defend themselves, but you guys generally don't have to worry too much about that. So cutting the corners on this, you come to the second night's rest. You set up a camp, and the evening comes to claim you for a night of sleep.
In the middle of the night, Caleb is not sleeping too well and looks over at Yasha.
I don't like sleeping.
You
Very
don't
well.
sleep easy.
I seem to be not very good at it lately. Some nights have been easier, but I sometimes don't like to go to sleep and possibly dream, you know?
You have not been yourself for a while.
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to figure out what that is right now. Things just feel a little weird, but I'm getting through it.
It's fresh.
Yeah. I hope I'm not being too forward in asking you this, but how do you deal with it?
Is it that obvious?
I guess from someone who knows. I've only heard things about your past, but we don't have to talk about it. I just...
Not?
Yeah, I don't remember, actually.
Not. Sometimes I feel like two people. I'm better with them. one of me's. My thing is old. So I guess I'm accustomed to it. I thought that we were similar when we first met. It's not just Oban. You have blood in your eye.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Where are you sorry?
I see hesitation and regret in you. And it is like a mirror. I know regret, and I regret. I regret. And unless my intuition is very off, you know regret.
So it never goes away?
No. But it's easier with people around you to make you feel more like you.
I feel a little bit like the forgiveness is almost harder to deal with. I feel like anger is an emotion that I know how to deal with because that's where I live. But I feel like with everyone being so nice and accepting, I don't know how to handle it. I know I'm not handling it well, but I'm trying.
Caleb is spinning a diamond over and 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 over in his hand. I don't think we can. But well, we are never going to wash our hands. We can use them to leave something better in the world. Maybe the curtain never rises from our eyes, but what else do we do? You either lose yourself to it and forget, or you do your part. They're pretty. He looks around at them all. They're pretty great. Don't deserve them.
Do you love her? I'm sorry. As someone who has lost someone that they love very much, I know how important it is to say things before it is too late.
It's too late, Ash. It's too late.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Reach out just a hand and just look away and pat the top of her hand and then curl up and face the outside of the dome.
I'll just sort of stay sitting up and watching him.
There's a flash in the distance. Another one a moment later. There's a storm brewing. It's comforting.
I close my eyes and I try to sleep.
The morning eventually comes for you all. As the spell fades and the morning sun does not peek through as the previous morning did. Instead, as the dome begins to fade, the wet rain begins to suddenly fill the space, and you all rapidly kind of grab your things and start bundling it up quickly.
Cool. Yep.
We're gonna be writing.
Are we almost there?
We're gonna be writing in this shit all fucking day. It's gonna take the rest of the day, right?
For the most part. So
All right. This is gonna suck. Let's go.
Yeah!
getting back on a horseback, continuing following Beauregard's lead across the Truscan Vale, ignoring the roads, onward towards the Bromkin Hills. Most of the day progresses, all of you keeping bundled with your cloaks and materials close to maintain heat, as much dryness as you can, though elements of the rain seep into your boots. You can feel the moisture causing your skin to clam within. Looking up ahead, you can see the mountain range of this side of the Sirios Mountains beginning to grow larger and larger until you begin to see the greenish grassy plains of the Truscan Vale begin to give way to a different coloration. The grasses begin to become duller, brown and yellow in places. And as you reach the beginning of the Bromkin Hills themselves, you can see already, not beyond just like the hills getting larger and oddly shaped, but the landscape go from patches of complete lack of vegetation where it's just cracked ground and mud to areas where you can see all manner of strange colored kind of earth and mud and minerals beginning to emerge from what look almost like small steam vents that rise from the ground. As you begin to make
This is where you grew up?
Shitty, right?
Doesn't look like farmland.
Exactly.
heading towards the outskirts of Comorta, as you crest one of the hills, you begin to see in the later hours of the day, not quite nearing sunrise yet, but dark enough with the clouds and rain overhead that you can see the lights of all the interior lit homes of the village just begin to make their way to your eyes on the horizon. All around you, the smell changes too. As opposed to wet earth and grass, you can smell strange minerals. Some smell sweet and have almost like a jasmine type pleasant smell to it, and then waves of heavy sulfur and other like deep earth minerals emerging from what you can now see around you, pockets of very heavy geothermal activity that seem to be brewing through the nearby landscape. You can see dozens and dozens of some of these vents, just this gentle kind of white mist, and every now and then you'll see all the small little kind of geyser emerge from spots.
Oh, is there a volcano around here?
I think one that used to be active a long time ago in the mountains, but this whole landscape is just filled with geothermal activity and steam vents.
Don't stick your hands into any of the water. It will melt. It will slough right off your bones.
What? Have you seen it happen?
No, just heard stories.
That sounds right. Bo, have you seen it happen? You lived around here.
We used to like throw in like snails and shit in there and see what would happen. That was fun.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. We were kids. Yeah. Let's keep going though.
How does Bo seem compared to how she's, normally?
Totally good. Doing great.
Bo,
Awesome.
Yeah. Blue skies.
how do you seem, Bo? Anxious?
Yeah. Barricaded behind emotional walls.
After the glass case of emotion.
There you
More
go.
closed off than she's been in a while.
Yes, definitely. If anything, it's shades of the first time you guys met coming through. Heading towards the outskirts of the city as you approach the actual town proper, there are wrought iron gates and small stone walls about waist to chest high in places. The ground itself gives way to mud, a combination of the recent weather and just probably the strange kind of ashen ground that makes up a lot of the town here. Vineyards, you know that and have heard that fine wines come from here. This is not like a landscape that would be kind to any sort of standard vineyard. At the front of the city, there are a few of the town's guard posted that, just kind of keep an eye as you approach, kind of careful and untrusting, but, keeping to their space, just kind of looking over each of you intently as you go.
How's the weather today? It was still rainy?
Oh, it's still rainy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this,
It is not so.
yeah, the thunder and the lightning that rolled through the night seems to have faded through the day, but it is still raining pretty hard. Heading inward, you can see this is a town built largely of pale rock and dull petrified wood, which is a lot of the forests in the mountains surrounding here. Some of it's very lush from how mineral rich a lot of the earth is, and other areas have just died off since whatever altered this mountain range happened. The lush forest that once carried it all, patches of them just withered up, and that becomes very cheap wood to build with. So it's funny, for as much as you hear about wealth and kind of the Truscan Vale is known to be a rich area, Deostock in particular, to the south. This town, the elements that you're seeing is upon arriving seem a little more ramshackle and in some ways remind you of Shady Creek Run, though not as seedy necessarily, but definitely built for function over aesthetics. A lot of the people you can see bringing their workloads through the streets, themselves hoods and cloaks up, looking miserable in the weather, shouting to each other and pulling materials through. You can see carts exiting past you, heading towards the southern side of the city as they leave. A number of them carrying what look to be large barrels. Some of these exports on their way out, and well-armed guards watching them as they go.
See how miserable everyone looks?
I mean, they're probably drunk. It's everyone's drunk on wine, right? This is a wine place.
Oh, it just sucks.
Caduceus, your homeland, you said it was dying, right? The nature was dying. Is it like this? Is this natural?
No. Because there are... This is different, but it's still very alive. It's just a different kind of life.
This is not the same.
Farmlands here passed from hand to hand and farmer to farmer, and they kept selling it off, trying to get shit to grow. And of course, they couldn't get anything to grow until my dad and maybe a couple of farmers came in, threw down some grapes, and it turns out that the mineral-rich soil and the shitty weather from all the ocean mist makes for some great fucking grapes. Grapes. A lot of grapes. So many fucking grapes.
Right, all that stuff in some crazy old woman.
Yeah.
Passing through, you can see what you know as the Mudfields, which are an element of kind of a lower-end residential town, though it's not like a slum per se, but it's just a kind of the standard workers' homesteads here. The streets themselves just brown and mucky, especially with all the water that's starting to flood in some places. You can see some folks are in the process of currently taking buckets and making sure that certain areas don't get too soggy. You can see situated greenhouses that are arranged in places that are enclosed entirely, where it seems some semblance of green is being maintained from the interior. These people have brought soil from other locations and have begun to try and find what other types of vegetation do take to the landscape here. And some do. Not as profitable as, wine is. And even then, it's very selective with which patches of land do. Making your way through the mud fields, you eventually head towards what is called the Rainbow Vineyards, which is along the base of the mountains here that lead into the Sirius Range. There are these winding cliffs, and you can see where they've carved walkways that go up the side, and there are buildings kind of held in. There are heavy ropes dangling what looks to be where materials and goods are kind of brought down to lower elevation or carried up on high, as well as donkeys and horses carrying things up these paths if need be. You can see clusters and clusters of oddly colored grapevines, all just kind of set upon the entire mountainside here. And when I say mountainside, it visually is a mountainside, but none like what you've seen. There are layers and layers of the colors transition brightly from like a dull gray to a bright yellow to almost like a dripping orange in some locales. There's areas where you can see pools of hot water that are emerging in these kind of puddles of mud where it's kind of boiling, bubbling. You can see the coloration turning blue at the edges almost. And around that edge, you can see cultivating additional grapevines and other strange, odd plants that are starting to take in. And they're all very carefully under watch, very carefully guarded and well manned. And you get the sense that it's probably a lot of the, well, at least a surprising section of this town makes its living tending to vineyards here.
As they've been traveling through here, Frumpkin, the raven, goes and lands on Beauregard's shoulder, and not sharp or painful or hard at all, but just every once in a while gives a little. And Caleb doesn't look at all, he's just face forward.
Okay.
What, Frumpkin? Stop. Stop.
So, you can feel the muscles of your back and shoulders and neck tightening and knotting in a way that you can't remember experiencing. The heat that's building along the back of your neck and your spine is tremendous, matching almost what you imagine the temperature of these steam pits that are just slowly releasing, the cold rain hitting and the hot steam being released from it. For a moment, you feel almost like you're matching that temperature as you guys crest up on one side of the Rainbow Vineyards section, and you can see the 3-story estate of the Lionette family lit from the inside.
Well, whatever happens, he was an asshole for being mean to you. You're a wonderful person. You were a wonderful person.
Yeah, you're a
Bo.
wonderful person.
He was lucky to have you for a daughter. Hopefully he will realize that now. If he doesn't, remember what he told me. Fuck him. You have us, and we love you so much, okay?
Thanks, Jess. I'll give her a hug. They added an arch. It's even more pretentious now. Okay, let's go.
Knock or call or.
There is a heavy gate on the outside where the arch in the front gate is. It's replaced the familiar entrance to the house. There's a little courtyard where you can see there have been some trees and bushes that are tended to there. The soil within the courtyard is different from the soil surrounding, though you can see even what's been placed supposedly to try and keep the transplanted greenery intact is still browning and graying. A failed experiment on making a nice grounds around their home.
Are there any flowers?
No. This is a flowerless place.
I was going to pick all of them.
As we're approaching, is there anyone on the roof guarding the wall?
Make a perception
watching the
check.
grounds?
10.
10. It's hard to tell at this distance, and as the light gets darker, at this point you can sense now from just like the slow shift in brightness that you're probably about a half an hour from dusk.
That's Sulfur's name.
But you would know that there's usually, at any given point in time, like 2 folks patrolling the grounds just to ensure that nothing happens to the family or the business. The gate is there. It's locked, but you know one of many tricks to get by it. So you just kind of walk up to the lock. We'll say like one of the pin materials that you often use to keep your hair up. You just kind of like quickly, and the lock just
I have a lock picking
Opens.
kit.
probably.
I'll have one, yeah.
Flashlight sword.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just give it a condescending look.
There is a hitching post just outside, or say 3 hitching posts right there for travelers. You can leave the horses there.
After you, Beauregard.
If you want us to attack anybody at all, just say armadillo.
Armadillo. Got it.
Armadillo.
Okay. Let's go.
Do you want us with you?
Yeah. I roll deep. That looks fucking awesome.
It's a posse.
You're in charge of us. You're the leader of the group. Cool.
It's fine. Okay, let's go.
Okay. As you guys all begin to walk along the central pathway where some of the first kind of cobblestones you've seen, you kind of glancing up for it can see on the second floor there is a railing and there is a cloaked hooded figure with a crossbow kind of just leaning on the edge, not aimed at you, but just kind of watches you carefully and intentionally making his presence known as you approach in a way that guards do oh so subtly when they're hired hands. Coming to the familiar front door, you can see there's a bit of a kind of a frosted glass window in the front that gives a little bit of light from the inside. The heavy metal knocker sits resting, familiar.
Close. It's on a delay. Yeah.
You need to change the batteries on the phone.
Yeah. A moment passes, and then you hear the door opens, and you see a woman standing there. Probably early 30s, hair just kind of tied back. She's wearing not upper class clothing, more just like a worker servant outfit. Hello, can I help you?
Do I know who she is?
You do not recognize this woman.
My mom is way more garish in the way she dresses. Is the lady or man of the house here tonight?
May I ask who's inquiring?
Beauregard Lionette.
Oh, I'm afraid the master is tending to the vineyards at the moment. He'll probably be back shortly for dinner. But Miss Lynette is inside. Please, enter.
Oh shit.
And she opens the door.
What's wrong?
Bo, what if your dad recognizes my voice?
He probably will.
Just change your
I'm
voice.
just going to change my voice. Where are you?
Just talk
I'm
to
just going to make it sound like he doesn't
It's
know
fine.
what
You don't have to worry about it.
Talk like this the whole time.
She kind of steps aside and kind of like, kind of just nods her head a little bit of like, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Looking inside, it is warm, it's inviting, especially in the cold rain. But as you step inside and kind of kick off your muddy boots, or not, depending on how you feel about it, immediately here in this foyer area, you can see it has a beautiful rustic aesthetic. There are antlers on the wall. You can see it's like a dark mahogany wood interior lined with like a brighter wood used to kind of set the walls apart. There is a staircase that goes to a second landing that kind of wraps around the main foyer area, and there is a iron chandelier that sits in the middle that is circular with kind of magically held candles that just kind of keep a constant kind of nice glow there.
This is nice.
Yeah.
You can see the servant closes the door behind you and then rushes off. Please, just wait just a moment. Runs upstairs. Madame? Madame? And you can hear some, like, giggling upstairs. She goes and leaves into another room. You hear some...
Over to the fireplace.
It's warm. The hearth is burning.
Yeah, I mean, looks pretty awful here, right? No?
Your family has done all right for themselves.
How you are? How are you?
How you
doing?
are?
How are you are doing?
How you are?
How are y'all doing?
Beauregard!
Oh, okay.
And you all kind of turn and look, and kind of partway down the stair landing, you see a woman, similar kind of, darker olive skin, hair put up into this very, very tight bun with a bit of ponytail that kind of dangles behind. A really, really nice dress for just being casually at the house, but comfortable, of like a deep green color. You can see she is leaning in a very startled way, just looking directly down at Bo.
Hey, Mom.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were coming.
Yeah, it's kind of a trend that I have going on.
Well, and she kind of heads down the stairs at a brisk pace and approaches and kind of like steps up to you and then halts, unsure kind of how to greet you. Gives a somewhat warm, somewhat stilted hug, and then kind of pulls back a bit.
I'm sorry to barge in. I know you were wanting to kind of keep me distant from the family, but I need to talk to Dad. It's important. And then we'll be gone, and you don't have to.
No.
fuck with me
You
anymore.
can stay as long as you like. Who are your friends here? And you hear a voice from upstairs go like, "Mommy!" And you see from around the corner the servants trying to like catch up to him, but you see a young boy who, in many ways, looks like a young boyish Beauregard, longer hair that's kind of in this kind of wild curl. Looks like he just kind of got out of a shower or something and had his head briskly dried. He's wearing these kind of baggy pajamas that kind of drag just past the fingers, and he kind of begins running down the stairs.
Oh, a 2? Woof.
Way too bad.
2.5. It's not, when I say like tumbling down the stairs, it's,
That sounds right. That sounds right.
yeah,
And restore.
All that.
there you go.
They bounce back.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the servant trying to catch up with him, and they both kind of come down to join as Clara still kind of isn't breaking eye contact and just kind of reaches out and takes your hands. It's good to see you.
Yeah?
Would you like to stay for dinner?
That's most gracious of you. We are the Mighty Nine. We are esteemed friends of your daughter.
Well, many friends of Beauregard are friends of ours, so...
Hi.
Hi.
How you are?
I'm Clara Lynette, Beauregard's mother, but I assume you know that by now. I'll ensure some places are set.
Hey, Mom, remember that year that we had that like mudslide that ended up happening and like took out half of our stock and we only have like a few bottles left from that year?
Yes?
We go grab one of those?
Of course.
Been talking about it a lot, you know? I'd love to.
Yes, of course. Janine, could you get one of those bottles, please? And sort of just like, right away. And then darts out. Anyway, oh my goodness. I didn't even... Beauregard. And she turns and, kind of clutching the side, holding on to the edge with a big smile, bright eyes. The little boy kind of looks up at all of you, kind of, Thoreau Jr., I'd like you to meet your older sister, Beauregard. Beauregard, this is Thoreau Jr.
Does sister?
Yes, it's your sister. And he kind of walks up to you.
I crouch down.
And kind of puts his arms around you.
He has that smell to him. Like all the fucking kids in Gamorta.
And he kind of like pulls back a little bit, and he's still kind of holding on to you a little bit. And he's just kind of just looking at you, and he's just kind of taking you in. And Clara goes like, we're hoping you'd come by sometime to meet him.
Do you know? The timeline was always interesting to me. Did you know you were pregnant with him when you sent me away?
The mantle is lovely. Justin, would you help me over here for a moment? Perhaps everyone, if we could just...
I lean down to TJ. Hey, little man.
Hey.
What's your favorite color?
And he points at his mother's dress.
Green? Oh, here, you might like this then.
Give him the jade necklace. Put it around him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been in some dank places, little man, so don't really build up your immune system.
He's just looking at you. Go. Some slobber kind of coming off of it.
Anybody's.
Oh, what? Oh.
Tastes like indigo.
Look, Beauregard. Things are challenging all around. Your father didn't mean things to become so tense when you went away.
Well, it was a hell of a goodbye, you know? Not entirely sure why anyone would think that that was a good fucking idea to handle a situation with a daughter that was clearly just wanting your fucking attention.
I'm sorry. I know that doesn't mean much. Your father was under a lot of stress, and things should have been handled differently. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Fuck, Mom. So you're just as passive as you were back in the day. Did you get that bottle of wine?
Janine's... And you hear the footsteps coming from under the cellar.
Janine!
Here's
My
the...
hero!
passes the bottle.
Janine. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah. It's like one of our most expensive bottles of wine, so enjoy. How much of the silver, Mom?
The front door opens and you can hear the rain from outside, and you see a figure kind of step in with a heavy overcoat, hat on, kind of like step inside, kick off a bit, close the door, take the hat and the coat off, hang it on the side and turn. And then, as your father looks you directly in the face, and immediately just looks like he's seen a ghost. Beauregard.
Hi. Mom.
I can see that. I was not expecting to see you today.
Or ever.
Welcome. Friends of yours, I assume.
Yeah, Mom, Dad, this is the Mighty Nine.
He looks towards all of you and then looks to Nine. Goes,
Hi. How you are?
hello. Kind of looks to
Dad,
Clara. And goes like,
Don't do that, Dad. Don't.
Clara looks back and picks up TJ and kind of puts him in her arms. And
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Fucking embarrassing.
Cute kid.
He looks very tasty.
By this point, TJ is looking right at Nod after and goes like,
Cool, right?
Clara's like, I'm gonna go put TJ to put him down. And then takes off a little bit, and Thoreau steps in a bit. Well, it's a pleasure to have you all. I'm glad you've all been traveling, I assume.
Just gonna go start rifling around for some cups or something.
I have been receiving updates about your your work with the Cobalt Soul. Apparently been doing quite some fine work. I guess I should say expositor, Beauregard? That's incredible. I mean,
Still sending you those tuition updates, huh?
well, it's important for us to, make sure we know how our Beauregard's doing.
Unparalleled. She is.
As she would be.
Insight check. I want to know if he seems like he's genuinely proud of her, or if.
Go for it, make an insight check.
Come on, Jesse. Roll high. Yeah.
What is that? 23.
23.
Wow. Whispers. Whispers.
Whispers.
This is intense family drama that you'll only get thanks to Hero Forge. Hero Forge, makers of minis and also supporters of intense family dramas. Travis is, both of his fingers are in his nose right now.
The allergies.
What do you mean allergies?
Look, we all express
It's winter.
our
There's no
emotions
allergies.
in our own way.
Late at night. My nose is
It's because the cocaine wears off. You need more.
Now they know our secret.
That's right. It's admirable.
Yeah, get hit, man.
Found a couple cups.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
For this, I will try.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Well, a toast to Expositor Beauregard Leinert.
And
Cheers.
I know you well enough, Beauregard, to assume you haven't come for the sake of pleasantries.
I just go up and stand next to Bo and put my hand on her back, and I'm gonna whisper in her ear, "Do you want us to stay? Please."
Yep, you know me, Dad. Wouldn't be here if I didn't want something. Listen, that story that you love to tell at every family gathering and for bedtime and any chance you had, that old hag that you talked about. We need to find her. Was that story even real, or was that just meant to terrify me?
He finishes his drink and sets it down. Of course it's real, Beauregard. Look, I know you've had our differences. And I've not been the pinnacle of a father in the same way that you've been the pinnacle of a daughter. I accept my responsibilities and the things that I've maybe been a bit harsh on. But look what you've become.
This feels like a weird justification of your behaviors, but I'd like to hope that what I became had nothing to fucking do with you, but maybe I'd be lying to myself. Yeah, I was difficult. I had my onus in everything that happened. But I thought a dad was supposed to stay by their kid when they're having a fucking hard time.
You see his eyes
Mom already fucking mentioned that life gets difficult and it's hard. So you're right, maybe it's easy to justify the easy way out. Just get rid of the problem.
That's not what this was about. You were on a self-destructive path. We didn't know what to do. I've never been a... No one teaches you how to be a good father. I regret choices I've made, and you don't think I don't hold myself responsible for... I thought I was doing what was best for you. Truly.
You did. It's probably the best thing you could have done for me, so thank you. Tell me the story again, and then I'll go.
It's true. I haven't lied to you or made anything up. Why are you asking about this?
She has information we need.
You're trying to actually go to her.
We need her.
What for?
Why are you afraid?
I'm not afraid, I'm just curious.
We think she has something to do with why...
We needed to break a curse. That's all.
Choice.
Judy Garland just showed up.
Your daughter's trying to do what she always does, help a friend.
Well, I mean, I just heard the stories growing up about the witch in the mountains.
What was her name?
I don't remember. She was just a witch in the mountains. Bo, you know how I grew up. We had nothing. I was in the street. I had nothing else to lose. I mean, if I was lucky, this would work. If I was not quite as lucky, she would have just chopped me up and eaten me. Didn't have anything else waiting for me. So I went and just wandered north through the mountains, through the forests, and my shoes began to split, and I was chased by wolves and worse, and till eventually one day I just stumbled upon this little shack. And there was the witch. Right when I began to think it was all a lie and I had thrown myself to the wolves for nothing. There she was, with her crooked smile and hungry eyes and...
Did she have long arms?
Longer than natural, yeah. She asked me how I'd come here and threw myself so withered before her, and I said I had nothing to lose, and heard that she can help people. And she said she could. She said she was a fortune teller. She said fortune was her specialty. And so she threw her rooms and played her cards and said that there was a way to get what I always wanted for just a fragment of my fortune. And I said, well, I don't have a fortune. She said, not that fortune, your fortune. And I agreed because I had nothing to lose. I said, this woman I wanted to marry doesn't deserve an impoverished man. Whatever it takes. And so she said, I'll be a great craftsman, working in fine spirits, to pick a place in the mountain land, and wherever I picked, the ground would grow. She said, a young bow will take on the great name to continue this success until everything eventually will humble me by that which I desired most. And then she sent me on my way. We came back. We built on land with what last bit we could borrow from her family. And she was right. And we had another blessing. And the fact that it all worked means I don't know what else she took. And I don't know what's coming to humble me. And I just want to protect my family. So if you intend to actually go and see this witch, just be careful.
For me? Or for you and yours?
For us, Beauregard.
Maybe I'm the one that's sent to humble you.
Beauregard, don't think for any moment your mother and I haven't loved you from the depths of our hearts this entire time. I'm sorry if we didn't show it properly.
I don't know if I feel validated or vindicated or what.
It's confusing.
My apologies. I didn't realize this would be the evening I think any of us was coming home to. I'm a bit caught off guard and unprepared.
Yeah. Well, some things never change. Do they, Dad?
Oh. I pull her aside.
I'm like seconds away from losing my shit.
I know you are. I just want you to know, he looks like he's telling the truth. Oh. Obviously he was terrible to you. Obviously they did terrible things and they sent you away and that's horrible. But I do believe they love you. I do. And I don't expect you to forgive them right away by any means. But I would just encourage you to maybe listen to them the way that you listen to us. With open ears.
How did you do it?
Do what?
Forgive your dad so quickly.
Well, I mean, he seemed pretty earnest. And there's not a lot to be gained from holding grudges. It feels like poison inside of you. How much better would it feel if you could just be clean?
I'm so good at holding grudges.
I know, you're really good at it.
You make an interesting point, though. Over.
This is an excellent wine.
Well, looking at the bottle, it's an extremely rare one that I would have preferred to kept in the cellar, but it's an special occasion, so enjoy it.
The most special occasion, a reunion. Beauregard.
I'm gonna go find this woman that you based so much of our entire lives around. And hope that I can better understand why and where you're coming from. Because while you and Mom didn't do a lot of the footwork into understanding me, it doesn't mean that I can't do my research to better understand where I came from. I've done a lot to reflect on what choices I've made to put me in the position that I'm in. And I guess I'm just mildly disappointed to see that the same amount of work hasn't been done, or at least even remotely attempted.
That's not entirely true, Beauregard. Not entirely wrong either.
They gave Thoreau Jr. the jade necklace. Make sure he doesn't choke on it.
Well, don't leave and go to this woman without any sort of protection. Hold on just a second. And he kind of nervously runs past you and heads off into one of the side chambers.
You're doing great. You're doing amazing.
You've done a really good job. Oh,
Yeah.
we all are here with you.
Question? Protection? He thinks that protects you?
I told you he was incredibly
We
superstitious.
never checked it out, though. It might have actually been really valuable.
Detect good and evil.
Okay, detect good and evil.
Fireball.
Necrotic shot.
Curious if this is a guy who's had things blessed, cursed.
Sure.
How superstitious is he in
walks
this
back
house?
in.
How fearful is he?
Okay. Well, detect good and evil. All right.
I know.
right.
I'm gonna do a detect magic on top of it.
Okay. He rushes back in his hands, and you can see a different design, but there is another kind of tighter jade necklace, different carvings. He rushes over and goes, "This is your mother's, but just please for me, if you're going to do this."
Oh, it's kind of an upgrade.
You don't sense anything on the list.
Detect magic just for fun too, just for the room, for everything.
Okay. I mean, the lights above, definitely. The equipment you're wearing. The necklace he's granting is not magical.
Super special.
Yeah. And he just kind of like, as if after handing it to you, he kind of withdraws and recomposes himself. I only hope I can make up to you the missteps that I can plainly see behind me. It's rare that a child's damage at that age and behavior doesn't reflect how I misstepped in my parenting.
Thank you for that.
Your grandfather was no peach either. And there's difficulty in realizing how much you intended to be different. And then to realize you've become so similar. So I hope with the company you keep, maybe you won't repeat the same mistakes I have. By treating the people around you.
I'm trying to do better.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Good.
Are we staying?
Are you staying for dinner?
Going? What exactly are we doing?
Leave now, yeah?
We should go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell Mom. Thank you. Mom!
You look back and she's actually like looking out past the doorway and then kind of like darts behind and then walks out. Yes?
going, Mom.
Oh, all right. And she reaches behind and pulls TJ behind her, and she kind of like comes up alongside her, and she walks up to you and kind of hands TJ over to your father and takes your hands and goes, sorry, things are strained tonight, but it's good to see you.
I just kind of lean in and I whisper, you're allowed to have an opinion too, Mom. I'll let you know how it goes.
Of course. And she squeezes your hand and lets go. And then she kind of looks over and TJ kind of comes up again. He looks up at you and holds the necklace back up again and starts sucking on it again. And Claire's like, no, honey. No. Your dad turns to you and goes, be safe.
I will, I promise.
Keep her safe.
Always.
Of course.
You want to give her an awkward hug or anything? She's going to face a pretty powerful being.
I think we're good.
Right.
Okay, just checking.
Good luck to you, too.
Any landmarks to look out for?
If you hear noise, run. There was a thick bramble tangle, partially grayed and petrified like many of the woods there. That means you're close. If the ground begins to tar, it looks like you're almost there. And if I recall, it's pretty straight north from here.
Alright.
Should we take horses there or should we go on foot?
You can take horses as far as you want, but there'll be a point where you won't be able to bring them with you.
Maybe we should leave the horses here.
Oh, we'll take them a bit.
All right.
I don't care about horses,
Well,
Jesse, but
the Mighty Nine. It's been a pleasure having you. Welcome to the Lionette Estate, and travel safe. We look forward to seeing you here again.
and you too. Many years ago, I was granted a wish by that same witch, and I turned into this as a result, so I hope that doesn't happen to you. Bye.
Bye, Dad. I swipe another bottle of wine that they have on display on the way out.
And I will steal literally anything. If I don't see anything on the way out, I'll just take the cup I was drinking.
The cup you still have, definitely, and it's a nice cup. On the way out, there are kind of these small kind of square windows off to each side of the entryway, and they have these kind of little decorative tables with nice velvet over them, and you can see there's a couple of art pieces there that are relatively easy to grab.
I'll grab one.
Did you make it stealthily or intentionally?
Stealthily.
Roll sleight of hand.
28.
I'm so disappointed. You glance down and it's this kind of like beautiful jade rabbit sculpture.
Oh, and when our friend gets out of the shitter, tell him to meet us outside.
I sort of linger and hang back. You're one of the last ones to walk out.
Okay. The Thoreau kind of approaches to close the door behind.
You should be very proud of your daughter. You are very lucky to have her.
I agree.
You should show her that more then. If for some reason we end up killing this hag, will all of this go away?
I don't know.
Well, maybe that would help you remember what's important. Have a good night.
As you leave, he just kind of stands there with the door open, watching you all walk away. Kind of those words still echoing through his ears before the door slowly. As you all step back out into the cold night rain. The sun now set, the sky darkened beneath the storm clouds as another distant flash of lightning brings the calming thunder to your ears, Yasha.
I cry a little bit and then just grab everybody and huddle everybody in.
And you all come in for a cold, rainy hug here in the mud on the outskirts of the Lionhead Estate here in Camorta. A union of support.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode. Man. Whoa. Yeah.
Ain't no
Totally where you expected it to go, right?
Totally expected.
I was.
It's a good show.
I've had like all these battle maps for all the different directions for levels, and I don't care. It's all been great fucking roleplay, man.
Travis, when you were gone, was Ford's stool solid or like runnier or
Stony?
Stony?
Vegan milkshake stony, kind of like that level. Whoa. Yeah. It's a rough.
Wow, guys. Wow.
My eyes were puffy.
Yeah.
Can't imagine why.
You're gonna be exhausted.
I want to sleep so good.
Man, it's so weird playing your asshole dad.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
It's a very strange kind of disassociation exercise.
I hope so.
Oh yeah. Man. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, that's still funny.
Show. We have fun.
Oh yeah, we have.
That
Sweating
is
and
fun.
was just stress eating.
Yeah, so much stress.
Oh my god. The back of my neck is drenched.
Did you have a Dorito?
Oh man, this is.
No.
There are NPCs that are challenging and such, but like between your dad and Tarian's dad, those are two NPCs that have been like the grossest to step into for different reasons.
Challenge.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but those syphilis bandits though.
You left an impression. I'm just like over here. I'm like
Benadryl. I don't
I'm
know.
looking down here. I'm like rolling to see. Yeah, no, they're gonna run into him again. Yeah, fun recurring theme.
I felt that there was something in that fire that was worth. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
That was great.
Fire?
The bandit camp.
Fire?
That's a whole different thing.
There's a coincidence down there.
I know.
Check that out.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for this extensively emotionally tense episode. We'll be back here next Thursday. Looks like treading into the Sirius Mountains or surrounding Mount Mentiri.
Oh, you guys remember
In
when we
search.
first started? We were like, witch hut, witch hut.
Witch
We're going to witch
We're
hut.
doing a witch hut. Oh man.
We were surrounding that hut and we're like, there's a witch in it. Nope. Yeah, there is.
Troll.
Yeah, there's an actual witch hunt.
We know we're gonna be prepared. We're gonna have our stuff together. Sure, we'll be prepared.
We're gonna make some good choice.
Hey.
I'm gonna take control water. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, great. All right, guys. Well, hopefully see you next Thursday. In the meantime, be safe, take care of each other. Know that we love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Woohoo! Good night.